Hello everybody, today we are here to discuss the Memorandum of Life Science 2025 Controlled Test Term 1 from one of the districts in Gauteng. Alright, before I start, I would like to send these greetings to shout at the following people. Number one is Madame Sharon from Wiseman Tele. And then from Muhome Secondary School, life science teacher. Yes, we see you, and yeah, we thank the support, everything. Yes, Mam Tando and Mam Floris from Florida Park High School, and then other people from South Africa who are doing life science, grade 10. We really love you, and we wish you the best in your careers. Let's start without wasting time. The first question is saying that, there must be a source of energy down there. Oh, obviously, source of energy, money. Hey, an organism that can only be found on a location nowhere else in the world is regarded as what? Is regarded as endangered? Nope. Endemic? Looks exotic? No. Indigenous? Nope. Endangered, it means it's about to get extinct. You are threatening it. Endemic, that's it. Exotic, you introduced it. Indigenous, they are locals. So the answer becomes more B, which is the most correct answer. The smallest biome in South Africa that is treated due to human impact. So which biome is that? That is, we have small forest in Muzanzi. So answer becomes A. Which character is represented represent sandy soil? Large air spaces. Okay, yep. High humus, really. Low water holding capacity. Looks. Mixture of sandy, silt, and air, yet they're saying sandy soil. So the answer looks to be 1 and 3. So it means it's this 1 and 3. Yes, this and this. So B becomes the most correct answer. Wind is important for. What do we want wind for? Number 1, pollination and dispersal. Correct. Change season. Really. Increase the temperature of the environment. Could be, but not really. Yeah. Increasing. The pressure increasing or decreasing? All right, it's if it was decreasing, cool, but they are saying increasing, so it's wrong. Provides the nutrients to the soil. So answer becomes A. So A becomes the most correct answer. Biome that categorize according to according to what? Biome, okay, dominant plant species. Okay, human, yes, it looks correct. Humus content, not really. Weather, not really. And then physiographic factors. They're saying that not really. So the most correct answer here is this dominant plant species. So D becomes the most correct answer. We got the terminologies. Who got 5 out of 5? Who got 5 out of 5? Then we go to the next question. These are biological terms. The study of relationship and interaction in ecosystem between biotic and abiotic natural environment. How do you call that? Call it as ecology. Ecology. Okay. Organisms that are able to produce their own food. Autotrophs. I said autotrophs. What about when I say producers? It looks correct. 1.2.3, they're saying that consumers that feed exclusively on producers, how do you call them? Primary consumers or herbivores? Herbivores. Plant that adapt to the growth in area with low water. We call them xerophytes. Xerophytes. When we are at the zoo, we talked about this and showed you these xerophytes. Xerophytes. Then the factor that refer to the soil water holding capacity and pH. How do you call that? Those are characteristics of soil. So it is edaphic factors. Yeah, done. We go to the next question. Indicate whether each of the description column 1 apply to A only, B only. Okay, you have to follow the instructions. A only, B only. Ne? They are saying that a biome that is a home to the world's richest flora with more than 9,000 species of plants that have fine leaves like protea. So how do we call that biome? They're saying protea. So it's none of this. So it's none of this. So the answer is none. Then they're saying that the organisms that consume both plants and animals. It means that you are omnivores. This one consumes only nyama. Yes, so this is omnivore, so the answer is A only. Then they are saying that 1.3, the latitude affects the temperature in that area closest to the pole will have the latitude affects the temperature in the areas closest to the pole will have what? High temperature, low temperature. Affect closest to the pole. Oh, to the poles. The poles, meaning that the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere, it will have the lowest temperature. So the answer is B only. The atmosphere consists of gases such as is A only. Is A only. Because carbon is not a gas. Yes. Sun-loving plants can survive in areas with high light intensity, northern facing area. Both A and B. Remember in Mzanzi, the sun comes out north. Yes, so it's north facing, meaning that they will have a lot of light in actual sense. Yes, I think who got 5 out of 5? Yes, okay. We go to the next question. They're saying that these are biomes. When you check the distinction material book, busy emphasizing all these things we are busy discussing about. Name the biome labeled 3 and 5. Labeled 3. Oh, in a dry area. So it's Namakaru. It shares with the Namibia. Yes, so it's Namakaru. Yes. And then 5, what is 5? 5 is fine boss. It's fine boss. Yes, that's where it's found. And then you'll find here another. Okay. Then they're saying that name, provide label 1 to 6, provide number 1 to 6 of this biome in South Africa experiencing winter rainfall. It's experiencing winter rainfall. Experiencing winter rainfall only in meaning that the rain is there, but It's only there in winter. It is the biome number 5, which is the fine boss. Then they're saying that what is the dominant vegetation in biome 1? What is the dominant vegetation? This is grassland. So it's grass. It's grass. So I will say that is grass. Yes. Give a reason for your answer. There is too little rainfall there. So it is the trees can't grow that tall. And then when it does rain, it is easily leached into the what? Into the soil. So meaning that the nutrients will go down the deeper layer. So it cannot sustain too much big trees. You understand? Yes. So that's why. 1.2.1.4, they're saying name the biome that, number 1, is known as being the habitat to the big 5. That's savanna. Savanna. I don't mean savanna you drink. Savanna. I mean savanna, the biome. Yes, savanna. I think you should say savanna biome. Let me just complete it, because if I say savanna, people will start thinking about hangovers. They are saying that has the highest rainfall, humus, rich soil, and large density populated trees. So what is that? It's basically forest. Forest. You know, when you stay in forest, you feel the life. Yeah. Who got 8 out of 8? 8 out of 8. If you got 8 out of 8, congratulations. Let's go to question number 2. They're saying that if you look at it, we see something like a water cycle. Okay, they're saying that identify one physiographic factor depicted in the diagram above. One physiographic, look at this. There's this is a slope, this is aspect, position of the sun. And then this is the sea, height above sea level. Yeah, so I can say slope, can say aspect, I can say gradient, any. They just wanted you to mention any physiographic factor you know. Life is good. Examine the gradient, slope A and B. State which slope A or B will have. The fastest runoff. Provide a reason for your answer. It will depend on which one is steeper. So the one which is steeper will have a fastest runoff. Yeah. So if look at B, is steeper than A. So the answer is B. Give a reason for your answer. It has the steepest, it has a steeper gradient compared to A. So we go to the next question. Discuss how this may affect the soil at the slope identified above. How will it affect the soil you have identified? It means that the topsoil will be washed away. Meaning that more nutrients will leach, will go into the rivers or lakes. You see? Yeah, meaning that more erosion will taking place. So basically, the topsoil will be washed away. Yeah, basically, we can say more erosion will take place. More nutrients will be leached because it's steeper, it goes very fast. Okay, they're saying that explain how the direct sunlight, yeah, slope A will experience more light, isn't it? Yes, because it's facing the sun. It's the sun facing slope. Okay, explain how. Explain the direct sunlight affect the amount of water retained by the soil. Explain how the direct sunlight affects the amount of water retained by the soil. So the direct amount of sunlight will basically, if you look at it, they're saying affect. So if they're saying affect, it doesn't matter whether it's positive or negative. So if you produce more, if you are having too much sunlight, it means that they're saying how will affect. If the water has been absorbed, sun is coming, then it means that there will be too much evaporation. And then it means that there will be less water will be retained. Meaning that less water will be retained. Why? Because of high rate of evaporation. Yeah, due to the sun. What type of plant will most likely to be adopted to condition at slope A? They're asking you, which type of plants do you think is gonna be there? So to me, I will say that plants which are growing in the desert, which I will say the xerophytes. I can't say mesophytes, or I can't say hydrophytes because the water is not there. So I'll say xerophytes. Right. So xerophyte look to be the most correct answer. Identify the process taking place at process A. What is process A? If you look at process A, we go back. Process A is raining. So I can say precipitation. Yeah, precipitation. Process B. Process B. We go back to process B. Process B is here. It looks it's going up. So I'll call it evaporation. Evaporation. Yes. Give one way in which wetlands are threatened. They are being over harvested. Yes. So more land is being used for houses. They cut and then put houses. So more land is being used for industries, more pollution. So agriculture, so wetlands are being threatened. After a few years, these wetlands will be gone. I'm telling you. Yes. Huh. So provide a reason why wetlands must be conserved. Here you talk about the benefits for wetlands. Yes. So they can act as sponges. So they can release water during drought season. You can talk about a lot of animals. It can be a home for many animals. It's a breeding areas. Yeah, you can collect fish there. There is a lot of, you talk about all the functions of wetlands. Yes. It can be a source of water. So yeah. So who got 12 out of 12 or 20 out of 20 in this section? Then we go to the last question, which is the decomposition is caused by microorganisms that occur freely in the soil as well as inside the organism. Sun investigated the decomposition of leaves and 3 different cubes. All the 3 cubes have the same volume of leaves. They are buried in the soil at the same depth. Scientists designed an experiment to determine the percentage decomposition of leaves in each A, B, and C every 9 months. Cube A consists of wooden frame covered with a cloth, while cube B is made up of a pine wood, and cube C is made up of glass. Okay, what are they asking here? Identify the independent variable. Independent variable is time. You can't put time anywhere else. It's time. This is I, and then the rest is D, which is X, and then this is Y. So it means that this is independent variable, the rest is dependent variable. So the dependent variable, we say the percentage of decomposition of leaves. Give one way in which validity was ensured. So here we are looking at what did you do to ensure the validity is there. So it means that if you look at, they say they use the same. Now you see the cubes. Yes, they use the same cubes. They use the same cube volume. What that is 500 milliliters. So if they use the same cube, 500 milliliters, then it means that is validity there. So we look at things which they use the same. It must be buried at the same depth. We talked about that also. It must be buried at the same depth. So yeah, or any other point which you can talk about, but is correct. What percentage of leaves decomposed this, and this during the first 7 months. What percentage? What percentage of leaves decomposed the first 7 in cube B? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the answer is 20, is 23%. It must have that word percent, 23%. But they say percentage, they talk about it. Yeah, I think you say it's 23. Which month had cube almost 50 of its leaves? 50 of its leaves. They said it here, 50. So which is March? So the answer is March. Then they are saying that give a possible reason why decomposition remained the same in all 3 cubes during the month of June and July. June and July. What do you think? Don't you think it is dealing with the temperature? Yeah, so since well, we know what is happening in June and July, so we can talk about that. June and July are winter month. Yes, they are winter month. Therefore, the temperature are low, which makes the bacteria or the enzymes to slow down. So you have to link it to the temperature. Identify the microorganisms responsible for decomposition of leaves. How do you call those microorganisms? It's fungi and bacteria. Fungi and bacteria. Yeah. Which we call fungi, which we call the decomposers. Give one reason why microorganisms were not able to decompose the leaves as quick as in cube B and C. Give one reason why microorganisms were not able to decompose the leaves as quick in cube B and C. Let me see what is in cube B and C. Cube A is wooden. Cube B is cube C is made up of glass. Yeah, it's because of that. Yeah, so probably you can talk about that. Cube C is made up of glass. Yes, and bacteria in the soil could not reach the leaves easily, you see. So that is it. You can talk about that. So bacteria is basically they wouldn't move to the point where they are supposed to get the leaves to decompose them. Draw a bar graph. This one is simple. If they talk about a bar graph, you know what you're supposed to draw. You must include, there are some things which you're supposed to include on that bar graph. Don't just draw and then you go. Did I say bar graph? Draw a pie chart. What's happening on me? Okay, draw a pie chart. In a pie chart, when they ask you a pie chart, you're supposed to do the calculations. Pie chart, okay, but which cube? Cube A. So you come here. Cube A. So what am I going to do? They're saying cube A. Cube A. So it means that I have to first convert these things. After converting them into degrees from percentage, then I'm able to do what? To get the total. So let's find out. Say that draw a pie chart of percentage leaves in cube A, cube B, and cube C. Cube A, percentage decomposition of leaves. We come back here. Yes. Did they specify the month? Yes, they specified the month because I saw it's too much for September. For A, September. So it means that this is what you're gonna be dealing with. Yes. So they're going to be 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna have to first add, and then I find out the total. So the total is gonna be 95 plus 28 plus 3, so that I'm able to get a total. The total is 126. So now I'm gonna say for A is 95. So it's 95 out of 126 times 360. You understand? So that I'm able to change it. Yeah? I'm able to change it into degrees. So once I get that, I will be able to get the degrees there. Degrees. Then I come to 28 out of 126 times 360. Then still I get the figure there. Then I continue to the last one, which is 3 out of 126 times 360. Then I get, after that, I have to draw a pie chart. You draw a pie chart, It must not have these things. It must be very clean. You understand? Yes, using a protractor and a ruler and a compass and a pencil. Yes, put the protractor the way I explained it, and then after that you draw a line. I'm not teaching, I'm just giving. So, and then something like that. After that, you put a key. So when you're marking, what are we marking for? What are we looking at? We will give you a mark for correct for calculations. Obviously, we give you a mark for calculations. Yes, we'll give you marks for calculations. So we will come here and we shall say that type of graph. Did you draw a bar graph? Yes, 0. Did you draw a pie chart? Yes, mark. So meaning that the correct type of graph give you a mark. And it must be with a compass. Then 2 calculations, in most cases calculations, will give you 2 marks. And then we give you the label. Label, we give you a mark for labeling, meaning you can use a key in that case. Then we give you all the sections are plotted correctly. You understand? We can give you 2 marks there. So how many marks were there? There are 7 marks. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah. So we give you mark for the title. Did I talk about the title? I didn't talk about the title. So we must give you a mark for the what? For the title. So we give you maybe they will give it a different name. Maybe title for title, maybe correct graph, and then we shall say calculations, 2 marks, so that when I add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7. This is 1 mark, ne? 7. Yes, so you're able to get, so you cannot lose this as long as you know how to do the calculations and also to draw a pie chart using a protractor. If you don't know, you can go back to our videos. I talked about them and then I taught you how do we draw a pie chart using a protractor. The last question is about the food web. All right, they're saying that state what is meant by the food web. Food web is the interconnection of food chains of organisms in an ecosystem. So it's just many food chains interconnected. Identify the organism that is autotroph. Autotroph, it means that grass. You're looking at grass, cactus, stack cactus, yeah, anything which are producers from trophic level Identify organism in the third trophic level. Here you can talk about anything like lizard, hawks. Yeah, because it's one. Yes, it's two. See, so it's first, second, third. So you just look at it. It's one, it's two. So 1, 2, 3. So this is the correct one. Then you look at 1, 2. This one can also be the same story. So 1, 2, this is 1. So you see that all of them can be the answer. What are they saying? The third trophic level. Predict what would happen if the grasshopper were removed from this food web. How many marks? 2 marks. If grasshopper. Yeah, automatically, if you remove the grasshopper, the cactus population is going to increase. And then what was feeding on? The population of these ones is going to decrease. Yeah, they won't die completely because they have other food sources. You understand? They have other food sources. So that's why you're saying that. Let me check hands. Is there any other food source? Yeah, it's like it doesn't know how the population will decrease and eventually can lead to death. It's only one food source. That is it. You see, that is the grasshopper. And then the the hawks, what will happen to the hawks? They will have less. They'll have less food because now what's happening here is also dying. What it was feeding on is limited now. So the number also decreases, the number for the hawks. But they will not get extinct like the lizards. Then they're saying that energy is used to or lost from one trophic level to the next trophic level. The star cactus produce 1500 kilojoules of energy. 90% of the energy is used up and only 10% is transferred to the next trophic level. Calculate how much energy is transferred to the next trophic level. 10% 10% of 1,500. So the answer becomes 150 kilojoules. So that is it. Then you get your marks. Get your marks. Provide one way in which energy is lost. How is energy lost? Respiration, excretion, reproduction, movement, heat loss, all the processes which occur in your body. Yeah, that's it. Who got 45 out of 45 in this section? So you guys, thank you so much. This was grade 10 end of term 1 test. I hope you guys you enjoyed the class. See you again in the next class. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And those people who want extra classes, always get to us, and then we're able to help you at a small cost. Thank you so much. Hello everybody, today we are here to discuss the Memorandum of Life Science 2025 Controlled Table.